Hi folks, I'm making an omelet. Yes, I'm back after I had my my juice, my you know, when you juice your vegetables. So I decided, let's make an omelet because I'm kind of hungry. I've been working out all week, and all you people who are trying to get in shape and trying to get yourself, your body to balance, you need to have those nutrients that your body is craving. Otherwise, it'll start, you're not losing weight the right way. So I've been juicing, and with a lot of my veggies, like you seen earlier in my clip. And of course, I'm still making my videos but I'm trying to think, I'm becoming more healthy conscious, because this is the only body we have. And sometimes when we're going, my God, our body gets worn down, and then we wonder what's going on with our body. Well, hello, you're going a million miles an hour. So then you don't have enough nutrients in your body that your body needs. So, and if you're at a certain age, you have to really be careful. But anyways, so I have been working out intensively to the point where I've done I need to do a little bit of repairing. I need to do some healing. So if you're like me and then you don't want to stop your dieting, go ahead and have your juicing and make something nutritional for yourself, because that's going to help. So right here, I'm going to make a open scrambled omelet. I put 2 eggs in here, and I've already mixed them up. And then I have a little bit of cheese, and that cheese is it comes from a sustainable farm. And like I explained earlier, the sustainable farms are those who are within the areas, and it's all quality ingredients and healthy ingredients that are eco-friendly. I don't know if I mentioned that are eco-friendly and that are healthy and that are good for your body, and they won't cause the harm that is caused by high volumes in massive production. So it's a whole different ball game. So like I mentioned earlier, if you ever get a chance to go to a farm to table restaurant, take every opportunity to do that, because you won't be dissatisfied. You'll see the food. It's a totally different taste. It's a whole different experience in that rush stuff. So, which I don't like. So anyways, I'd rather eat at home. So again, that's my pepper jack cheese, and I have a little bit of cilantro for the herbs. And you could use whatever herbs you want. You could use dill if you want. If you want to use flat leaf parsley, but I love cilantro, and it'll go with what the theme is. And I have some roasted peppers, the Anaheim peppers that I showed in my earlier clip, how to roast the Anaheim peppers, and these were a little bit dated, but they're organic, so I can use them. And then I have my squash here, my yellow squash, and I have it just roughly chopped, and then for sake, just to show you, I also have it sliced. And then I have some green onions and red bell peppers, and this is a marinated jalapeno. If you ever find those marinated jalapenos, let me show you real quick, okay? Let's see. Oh, sorry about the floor here. Where'd it go? Here it goes. So I usually jar these babies when I open them up. I put them in a jar, and I keep them. And these are the jalapenos, and these are the I love getting the marinated jalapenos with the carrots in them. And so I just kind of did a really nice, that would be considered that would be a fine brune noir. So a fine brune noir, if you've taken any kind of culinary classes, some knife skills, which is a good culinary program, will teach you knife skills before taking you in the back of the kitchen, because your knife skills are the most important skills that you can obtain while you're working in the back of the house kitchen. So This is what you would call a brunoise. Well, I probably missed a couple, but that's okay. And some of these guys, I've seen some knife skills that have been really nice. Oh my God. Like, oh, finely chopped knife skills. But this is just a rough chop of red bell peppers that I found at an organic store. And then this is a green onions. And you know, I hear those comments, it's so pricey. Really? I mean, if you actually change the way you eat, I'm going to tell you, you go to an organic store and you get the vegetables there, they're just as sometimes even cheaper, especially if you go into the bargain bin, cheaper than your regular food chain stores. So your food chain stores may get you to think that they are less expensive, but you can find some quality ingredients like organic foods for a lot cheaper than the stores that you are used to going. So think about that. So I don't know. I buy my stuff at a organic store, and I mean, I may not be able to take the luxury trips that everybody takes, but at least I'm eating healthy, right? Okay, so this is extra virgin olive oil with the canola oil, which is going to, it has a high heat content in there, and it's expeller press. So I don't know if you can see that. I've talked about the expeller press, the difference between the expeller press and the ones that are chemically derived. So, and you have to be very careful with those mass-producing oils that are chemically mass-produced, because they're just they have chemicals in them. So I try to get the ones that are non-GMO and that are close to organic as possible. So, okay, so we have our skillet. This is my skillet. And why am I using a skillet versus a stainless steel? Okay, the reason why I use a skillet is because I have a tendency to scorch my eggs, and I wash my skillet in between. I've explained that before. And I wash it in between each use, and then I re-season it. And to me, that makes it nice. The other reason, and it helps me for me, the heat is evened out a little bit different, and it depends on the skillet that you get and how long you've had it. The longer you've had it, I think the better it is, because you've used it and used it. And the other reason is because I'm getting my iron. So at one time I was very low in iron. I was very busy, and I didn't realize that my iron was low. So I use a skillet because it's for nutritional value, as well as the way the heating process is. So that, you know, goes on with the skillet. I love skillets. I mean, I grew up on skillets, and I'll probably use skillets for the rest of my life. And I love skillets. So if you want to use a stainless steel, you can, but I'm going to use a skillet so that I can get my iron in my system. So anyways, and that's an organically way of getting your iron. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my little bit of extra virgin olive oil and my expeller press canola oil, which is mixed, and that's probably what, probably about a good, not even a tablespoon, but probably about a tablespoon. And then I'm going to go ahead and okay, what would be next? So I would say my bell peppers. They take a little bit long to cook, so I'm going to put that in there. And then I'm going to put my green onions. So I have just a couple of them, and that's like about, I don't know, a good tablespoon apiece. And I'm going to go ahead and put in my squash. Okay. seen something in there that shouldn't have been in there. So make sure you don't have ingredients in there that are not supposed to be in there. I just want to make sure. Ah! I knew I spotted something. Looks like on my bell pepper I didn't take all the paper off. I mean, it's not going to hurt you, it's not going to kill you, but I certainly don't want it in there. So, okay. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. Just a little. Because eggs have salt. Yep. They're not really salty, but they do have salt. Those chickens know what they're doing. So, okay. Okay, I think I want to put a little bit more of my, so just to show you, just for the sake of showing what's going on. Okay. If I want to add a little bit of more jalapeno, I would. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my peppers in there. My roasted, and I've sweated them, I've roasted them, I've sweat them. Okay? Roasted and sweated them. Look at how pretty that is, and nice and colorful. What's going to make it even more nicer? You see how that's starting to wilt up? So, I want to show you that. I want to make it nice and hot. Make sure it's on pretty high. And I might have to lower it. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my fine brunoise cut marinated carrots. And that's going to bring in even more color. It's beautiful. I'm going to add a little bit of cilantro in there. So I want some of that green cilantro in. See how beautiful that is. Okay. Alrighty. Making some lifestyle changes. Now, you can cook the bacon. If you wanted some bacon, you can mince up some bacon or some sausage before you add the vegetables. But then make sure, if you're going to use the meats, make sure that you, I would definitely make sure that you have a little bit of leeway in between when you're cooking those meats. You make sure that the meat is cooked, but not quite all the way, so that it'll give you some time that when you put in your veggies, it'll completely cook together with the veggies, and that way your meat isn't burnt or it's dry. It becomes very dry. So you're going to have to monitor that. So while you're cooking. So here we go. Okay. So I think that's good. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Just take a little taste. Perfectly seasoned. I might just add just a little bit more oil for my eggs. Okay. And these oils are actually healthy for you. Oh, I love that little bite. And you could use butter if you'd like, but we're going to use some oil. Let me tell you, I love butter, but my body is like saying, you're hurting me. So be careful with that butter content. And then, plus I want to add some cheese in there. I'm going to go ahead and pour my 2 beaten eggs. Okay. And I didn't add any other fluids. Professionally, they may want you to, but I like the wholeness of an egg. I don't want it mixed with any milk. And you can make it, you see, you can make it an omelet or you can make it a scramble, but in this case, I'm going to make it like a scramble. And then you don't want to cook it. I turned it off. You see how I turned that off? You don't want to overcook your eggs, and you want to continually remove it from the heat. Okay. That's well done. You add your shredded cheese on that. Okay. And you add your cilantro. And then you have it. Voila. Let's try it. Yum. That's good. If you want to season it more, and you can, but at this point I'm going to leave it like this for dietary purposes, and that would be a really good omelet scramble. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.